we'll move on to our OL right now.
Yeah, so I mean, this one, just like with the Sounders loss, I'm not necessarily too worried about this one. The team traveled out to Kansas City to play the Kansas City Current. Yes, they're named after a body of water. The Reign had beat them at home earlier in the season, I believe, for the Reign's first regular season win. This game on the 17th of July was a 1-0 loss. No player of the game there, as you know. We get shut out.
Yes.
No players of the game. Sad face. This one's tough because, outside of the two things showed up for me mainly in this match. One, I've talked to you about it before, right, with the Reign putting plenty of opportunities on target, just being dangerous, but not being able to put the final ball away. Same case this game. Some balls hit the post. Kansas City's keeper, A.D. French, is a great keeper, so obviously that doesn't help you in that regard. And then the Kansas City goal that even gave them the win necessarily was given up by a poor decision by one of our back line. It was essentially like a shoulder check, and you can't do that. So overall, it's not the worst thing in the world because you've got what, 8 players off on international break. Players like Alana Cook, like Sofia Huerta would be there and more than likely would not succeed a penalty like that. Rose Lavelle, Jordan Heitema still got to join this team. Megan Rapinoe, obviously, So there's a ton of people. Quinn defensively was a big help. I'm getting dry. I'm talking so much. But with all the circumstances, right? It could have been worse, and it's because you've got a 7-day break now. They've got no game until the 30th of July, so it's not like we have a game to look at for you looking ahead, right? So you've got a little bit of a break, and with how much the team's been playing, I think a break should be good. And pretty soon here, you'll get your international players back. So I think things are getting better for the Reign. And again, just like with the Sounders, their season lasts, I think, for a regular season until the beginning of October. It's a long season, So I think the only thing I would be mad about in this regard, considering the time frame, is Kim Little's transfer, because she's supposed to go back in like early to mid-August, and we don't know if they were able to get that extended or not. So we'll see about that. That's the only thing I would say necessarily negative about that. But again, got to work on that final ball and just defensively, a mistake that the Current capitalized on. So got to work on that. But with that being said, that's all we've got for Reign-related news. The injury report for that game was totally clear, except for the international players. No team-related news. In league-related news, on the 14th, NWSL Commissioner Jessica Berman announced that when looking to add the next and what I believe it's 14th team to the NWSL, that they will be looking in regards to reproductive rights to consider where that league will place a new team. They've already got Utah. The Royals are already coming back, so that's that decision. But obviously, you'd have to think a place like Texas is going to be ruled out of that.
Yeah,
you have to think that's something to consider. But obviously, it's nice to see that the league is considering that and even making that a conversation. Yeah. So I think expansion's not until 2 years from now, but obviously that'll factor into who even gets to talk about that sort of thing. So we'll keep an eye on that and where that takes place. But with that being said, the Reign sit at a 4-win, 3-loss, 5-draw record. They're 6th in the NWSL now with that loss because they didn't get any points. No game until the 30th of July, so I don't have an upcoming for you.